It's about 8 o'clock in the morning and I just woke up to this. Look at that. One guy there, spraying the plume. Mark the X as they cross the grid. And there he goes over there. So they already got the grid work already going by 8 o'clock this morning. Isn't that something? My gosh. They're just not going to leave us alone. Alright, just a little after 8, like I told you, I'm back at the documentary spot. And there's that rail that I showed you earlier. Look at that rail. All the way across the sky. And look what they've done to that eastern sector. Just look at that mess. Look at the chemtrail mess. Look at the grid work. Look at that. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning. Look at that. They've already got the shield built, extended from the southwestern sky all the way across that eastern sky, heading into that northeastern sky. And as I look in that northern sector, look what they've done here. It's already dripping down. Look at that. It's already turning into fins. Look at these chemtrails already. This is absolutely mind-boggling that they could do this already this early. Oh my gosh, what are they up to? This has got to stop soon. Look up at that top layer. Just look at how notorious this is. Already they're going to have the sun completely blocked. Look at that chemtrail back in there, how crooked that is. Come on. Just look at that filthy mess of chemtrails. Double X's over there. Another guy spraying back in here. It just... Come on. Another guy back in there. Oh man, look at that back in there. My God. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. Oh my God. They're just spraying everywhere. Look at this guy trying to sneak his plume in there. This is just an incredible mess today. Absolutely incredible. They're everywhere. These jets are all in the sky today. This whole sky is just nothing but a chemtrail mess. Look at this bomb up here. Wow. Look at that X as they crossed it. Sun completely white. My God. You can see the assault continue in that southern sky. But as I pan up here, you can already see the fin work. And here's double rails coming this way. I'm going to get back to that in a moment. Just want to show you all the fin work already. Look at the fins. Look at that fin work. As they cover up that whole friggin' sky. Look at back in there in that northern sector. This is just outside my front door. Like we got ourselves a red tail. They're doing double rails. Let me show you that, what I mean by that in a second. They're doubling up now. It's like they did before. Lost them. There's one. Then directly behind him is another guy. See that? They're doubling up with double rails back to back. Really just spraying the hell out of the skies this morning. It's just unbelievable. Look at that fin work. Here you see double rails. Guy coming this way. Guy going that way. They're doubling up. The whole sky is completely covered. Check out this fin work up here. Alright, today is March 24th, a Tuesday, 2015. Here's the weather report for the Cottonwood, Arizona area. As you can see by the Weather Channel, mostly sunny, 9:30 a.m. As we go down the line, mostly sunny, sunny by noon, so that, how do you go from mostly sunny to sunny? Then cloudy, mostly cloudy, and then partly cloudy by 3 p.m. As we move to 3 p.m. into the evening. Partly cloudy, partly cloudy, partly cloudy. Mostly sunny by 6 p.m. and then clear at night. Well, we already saw what they've already been doing first thing in the morning. So we know the report is already wrong. Here we are in that southern sky. You can see the grid work already in motion here. Look at that guy up there. Rail after rail. Line after line. Soot after soot. So I pan up here, you can see everything. And there's another guy over here. Look at that. It's just not stopping. It's just not stopping. This is all day assault and it's only 9:30 in the morning. Look at this chemtrail mess. It's not even 10 a.m. yet. Look at the fin work up in here. Look at this. Look at the mess. The whole sky will soon be covered with this chemical soot. Look at the fin work back in there. It's so notorious. Look at the fin work up in here. These are old wisps from earlier spraying. Wow. It's 10 a.m. Look how notorious this is already. The whole sky completely covered with trails that will expand into a complete coverage of the sky. X there, another grid work there. The whole sky is completely gridded. Completely gridded. It's just a matter now that it all just unfolds into a blanket of soot and to block the sunlight. And look at that fin work up in there. Jeez, look at the grid work. And they're still spraying. Look back in there. Look, there's a jet way in the back. See him back there? I mean, it's just non-stop. All morning long. And it still continues just seconds later. Silver bullet spraying this plume. Look at this. Look at that mess. Look at that guy over here. See if I can zoom him in. See that rail? Now just watch this. As I pan back, following the rail, we got another guy right over here. Double rails, they're doubling up. Look at the plume. So blue bottom silver bullet. Clearly out of the back tail fin nozzle. As they continue with the double, they're doubling up on the rails. Look at the double rails over top of the existing rails that have already dissipated into cloudoid formations. Oh boy, isn't this wonderful. My God. And look at this. There's another guy coming this way. My God, it's just not gonna stop. They're tripling up on the rails now. Look at that. Wonder if they said hi hello to each other as they passed. Look at that shit. It's just, somebody's got to do something about this soon. Real soon. How much more can we take? Look at the rails. And that's just straight up. I'm not even going to point it to the side. You're going to just freak out. Check out this red tail tanker. My God, is he lacing the plume. And then right alongside of him, like I said, they're doubling up. There's another guy right up in there. Right over the existing plume they just sprayed. I mean, how much more in one area do you need? Look at this X over top of those other rails. My God, look at that. This is absolutely incredible what's happening today. Unbelievable as I pan this way to get you a better view of what the hell is going on. Look at this. Look at the double rails, triple rails, quad rails. I mean, it's just non-stop. Look at this. Right over top of the existing rail to make it thicker. And this guy too, they're doubling up. My God, look at those rails. Jeez. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that. And look at the other rail next to it. As they're doubling up. I've even seen them triple up with this grid work. It's unbelievable. Just unbelievable. And look at this. Right over top of the existing grid work. Alright, here comes this guy overhead again. They're really hitting us hard today to make that sky cloudy. Silver bullet. But anyway, I'm gonna head to the top by the mountain again and show you exactly what they've done. Alright, it's just about 11 o'clock and there's the western sky. You can see what a mess it already is. You can, as I pan up here, straight up, you can see what I see. Okay, the grid work's already they already built it. Look over here as I pan northernly. The grid it's all completely covered. Completely covered. Already, 11 o'clock. As I pan up, you see what I see. There's a guy going that way. As they fill in that blue spot, we still got a blue spot and hole in the grid, and just behind him, we got another one right over here. It's a non-stop assault to cover up the blue spot, to have the whole sky completely covered in this grid. As I pan over here, you can see the rails, and then there you see that. Another guy coming up here. There's another one coming that way. There's a couple other ones too. As I pan over toward that southern sky. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the sun's right in my eyes. I'm just pointing it in the sky. And then back in here, there's another guy coming up that way. So it's just a non-stop assault on the sky. But you can see these two guys here crossing this grid work. Wow. And just over here is another guy. I don't know if you can see him or not. There he is. And he's coming. So you can see they're doubling and tripling up. You can see the grid work as they're building it. Guy back in there. You can see what they're doing. They complete the grid work. That's why we call the show grid work. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon. You can see what's gone down. If you look close enough up here, you can see the X in that cloudoid burst, whatever you want to even call that. But you can see right through there, through the X, there's a jet flying right through there. I'm looking blindly. I'm looking blindly over here. Looks like some finned work. As I pan over here, you can see how desperately they are trying to fill in the blue. You look over here, you can see the chemtrails waiting to be dispersed. As I pan from that northern sector into that eastern sector, it's all gray. As I pan more easterly, you got a little bit of blue back in there. And then you can see where the edge of the grid is. Okay, as I go from east to south, but you can see that haze back in there, how thick that is. And you can see they're still extending that grid. As you look over here, you can see the bomb this guy left. Little extensions, they just extend that grid out farther. This chemtrail right here, ready to explode. It's just been non-stop assault all day today. We got ourselves a red bad boy coming out of that plume. He's a little late. It's a 4 o'clock red bad boy. Look at the plume on that son of a bitch. Alright, we got ourselves a yellow jacket. Usually at this time there they come out. It's usually the yellow jacket, and there he is. So I zoom in on him, you can see he's yellow. Got a little black to him, that's why we call them yellow jackets. It could all be the reflection from the sun. But until we know for sure, we call them yellow jackets. Alright, Joe Clyde, AscensionPathway.com and the Evan Fane YouTube channel. Bringing you the final documentation of the night. You saw the yellow jacket, and here's what I want to show you. This was just white just 10 minutes ago. Proof again, how you see it turns black once the sun goes down. It's white during the day. This is the color it turns out after the sun goes down. You can see the soot already breaking apart. The grid is completely broken up. We got blue sky. You see the haze in the background. Same old crap. But it was an interesting day to say the least. We'll be back tomorrow to show you what goes on tomorrow.